Today we'll have some mining, some building, and even some redstone. So, welcome to Firescar! And hello everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Let's Play Firescar Rescared. My name is Dave, and I'll be a host for this episode, as always. Today we'll spend some time over at the quarry build and make a whole lot of progress, I hope. That's the plan. Well, we'll do a lot of progress. I don't know if we'll manage to do everything I want to do, but we'll make a lot of progress. Anyway, so in the last episode, we got ourselves a nether star. We also got ourselves a light trap. The nether star will be really important for today. We'll get a beacon and really start opening up this place. I'm really looking forward to that. All the blocks that we will mine out will have to go somewhere, though. And I thought I want to have my central storage for stone and deep slate and the stone variants, all the things that we get from a quarry like this. I want to have that storage facility in here. I just think that makes sense. Now, with that, I want to have a item sorter so I can easily sort through all the things, have them organized, and I also want to do a thing that's called shulker loading. I don't know if that's actually what it's called. That's what I'm gonna call it. I think that's what people call it. Yeah, I just want to be able to give it shulker boxes and it filling them for me and putting them into a chest, just filled. That would be nice. I want that. So, I don't know how to do that. We'll figure that one out today. Then we'll build the thing, and then we'll do some mining, and it'll be good. Actually, we'll probably do some mining beforehand, so we have some blocks to work on the filter with. So, for the mining, first off, we need our beacon. Now, we got the nether star in the last episode, but we kind of ran out of iron with the infinite lava source that we built over at the base location. So I thought instead of mining for iron and gold and that sort of stuff, we'll just do some trading for some emeralds. There we are. That should be the full beacon base. I have slightly expanded the place a little bit. I got myself a power 5 librarian, so I actually have a bow now that hurts things, and I have a cartographer who buys glass panes. This trade went down to 2 glass panes before. It's a little odd that he's so high at the moment. Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, I've been getting a bunch of emeralds. Most of them I've gotten from reselling books. I've implemented this little thing over here. This is my iron farm. It's just a zombie up there and a lava blade, and it's been active while I'm here. It's not the most effective, as you can see. Sometimes the iron golems just wander off in that direction, but generally when they're somewhere in this area, just randomly walk in, see the guy, they walk up, die in the lava, give me the iron. Yeah, it works. It's not perfect, but it does work. Let's craft ourselves a beacon, and let's head back to the quarry and get some work done. Oh, look at that, look at that. That's how it works. Sees him, he walks in, I get iron. Perfect system. Let's get some work done. So, I thought I'll start with getting some chests down, just see how many item filters I will need to deposit all the things that we could get from here. And I started with like stone, cobblestone, dirt, grass, andesite, diorite, granite, tuff, gravel, stuff like that, right? Dripstone, because we'll get a bunch of that. And I realized that's quite a lot already, and then we got all the deep slate stuff, the different ores, and you know, it's yeah. So the item filter will be pretty big, is what I'm trying to say here. Let's maybe talk about my actual plan, what I want to have. So we'll have a long item filter, like that, right? We'll put down some shulker boxes probably that with all the blocks that we've mined, right? Put those somewhere. Those will get emptied into a water stream, and items will be filtered into the appropriate chests. So, just a bunch of storage chests. Nothing too exciting. Then below that, we'll have another place where we can put empty shulker boxes. And those empty shulker boxes will be automatically filled with the item that is in the chest above it. And once the shulker box is full, it will get broken and deposited in a chest below, where we just store filled shulker boxes, and it will like place the next shulker box and fill that one, put it down below. That's the idea. That's what I want to have. So I can always have just filled shulker boxes on the go to somewhere, build with the blocks, throw everything back into shulker boxes, don't even have to sort it myself. Just come back, place it down, have the thing sorted out, fill my shulker boxes the way I want them again, and it should be really convenient and really nice, and I don't know how to build it. So I think the first thing we should figure out is the thing that comes at the bottom. That will be the shulker loading, and then we'll put the item filter above that. The item filter is easy to figure out, I'm sure. But yeah, the shulker loading, that'll be something. But we do get a bunch of shulker shells in the last episode, so I think we can do this. Okay, we can figure it out. It'll be fine. So who is ready for some early morning redstone? Ah, your favorite part of the show. All right, so we got to figure out a few things. Let's start by making a new shulker box. There we are. Then, first off, I am fairly certain that if this is really the basic idea of how all of this is going to work. If you have a shulker box in a dispenser and you activate the dispenser, it places down the shulker box. Good. So that works. That's kind of important. Now, when you try to move a shulker box, it doesn't work, right? Whenever we try to push the shulker box, it breaks. So this is kind of what this will revolve around. Let's build ourselves a little mock-up what we'll have. So let's maybe go up a few blocks and we'll have a chest. So this will be the last chest of our item filter. Basically the lowest chest that will have all of our items stored in it. Below that we'll have a hopper. Okay. That hopper will point into the shulker box whenever the shulker box is placed. So we need a dispenser that places the shulker box right below there, if there's any in that. Okay, so far so good. Then below that we'll need another chest that will have all of our shulker boxes, all the filled shulker boxes in. But then we also need a piston. We'll also need a chest that we will put our shulker boxes in. So this goes in here, that goes in there. Then we gotta detect if there's any shulker boxes in here. Just want to detect whether or not something is in here or not. We can place down a comparator, and if there's something in it, it will give out a signal, the shortest one possible. So I think this will light up, and then this one. Oh, this one lights up already. Okay. All right, because it's basically a full stack, right? Right. Well, anyway, we really just need to place down a redstone repeater over here. That will extend the signal that this thing gives out. And we'll feed that one back into that. That's not how that works. Aha. Click. So, it placed the shulker box. Perfect. Now we gotta detect whether or not the shulker box is full. And if that one is full, and well, when this one is full, and only then, we will bring a redstone signal to this piston. So we gotta figure out how long the maximum length is that this will give out. So we gotta fill this shulker box, pretty much is what I'm saying. If the shulker box is full, it will give out a signal all the way up to here. So if we connect the piston to a bit of redstone, I guess we can do something like this, and then have a repeater on this end. We can send the signal into that. Breaks the shulker box. We gotta make sure that it actually goes into the hopper. Right, so the hopper is locked at the moment. We gotta take this signal and also use it to unlock the hopper. If the hopper is just unlocked all the time, it will take out the items. It will take the items out of the shulker box, and it will never be full. We're just transferring our items through that. I don't really want to have just a long redstone line like this. So when the shulker box is full, it should give out a full-length redstone signal, kind of like this. And we'd have to have a... We'll need this part of the signal, right? We gotta detect whenever we get to over here. I think we can do that differently with a redstone comparator, though, right? A comparator doesn't just check how much is in an inventory of a thing. It can also do some calculation, addition and subtraction, I think. I've never played around with that, though. So I think we can use it here. Let's see. So let's say our redstone signal we get from the shulker box is strong, so it reaches up to here, but not any further, right? We'll have a repeater over here. And now, if we have another redstone signal pointing into the side of it, I don't know if we need a repeater into this, or if this will work. Let's see what happens when we give it a redstone signal that's a little weaker into the side. Did anything change? Let's see, it goes up to all the way back to there, right? That one over there does a thing. Let's take this away. I think it got a little weaker. So, no, never mind. It still does the thing. Okay, so same thing happens. If we do this now, it's in subtraction mode. I'm really struggling with that word today. And what we can see is the signal only goes up to over here. So it takes the strength of this signal minus the strength of this signal. And because this signal is weaker when it reaches here than this one, we shortened it. That could make sense. We'll take a redstone signal, a redstone torch signal, which is the full length, and then from that we subtract the signal strength of what we have in our shulker box. So now this thing should give out no signal. If this thing is not full, it should give it a signal. Yeah, that one's on. Okay, so we can basically now detect whether or not there's anything coming out of here with a redstone repeater. I hope that makes sense. So the redstone torch has a signal strength of 16, right? Let's talk about it in terms of numbers. This torch is 16. So on this part of the comparator, we have 16. Over here, we currently have something that is less than 16, probably 15. So it takes 16 minus 15 and gives out a signal of 1. As you can see, only goes to over there. If the shulker box happens to be full, this one gets a signal of 16. 16 minus 16, 0. We don't get an output, right? That's what we want. That's what we're doing. Basically, this just makes things a little compactor. We don't need a really long line of redstone, which is a good idea because we'll want to have a ton of these right next to one another, and we can't just have a whole bunch of long lines of redstone. What I'm trying to say. I'm curious though, how full does the shulker box have to be to give out the full signal? Is it really the last block that does the thing? Perfect. Perfect. Now take this thing, plop it into that thing, and I think then we're done. And an hour or two later maybe, I have a thing, okay? Here's the thing. It is not complicated, but I guess timing is just finicky here. So we have 2 shulker boxes filled with dirt. These will be our dummy shulker boxes. We'll take out 16 out of each of these, and we'll just pretend that these are empty. We'll put them into this chest to to fill them, and we want to retrieve the full ones out of those, right? They're just really full already to just speed up our test here. So we'll dump both of these in. Thing gets placed, and now it fills up with dirt. Once it's full, it should break, be deposited in the chest below. Second one comes out, gets filled, and once it's full, it gets broken, deposited in the chest below. And what we have is 2 shulker boxes, and they are full with dirt. Okay, one more test. Let's say we have deposited all of our dirt into shulker boxes already, and the system currently is empty. What happens if we have a shulker box sitting here that has no dirt going into it? Does anything happen? I don't think so. Let's say we get some more dirt into the system. We just came back from terraforming, where we took all our dirt too, and now we got our leftovers. We put them into here, and just continues filling up. Breaks it, puts it in. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Now, I wanted my item filter to be really compact, but I have to fit one of these under, well, each one that I want shulker loading for, and the footprint isn't exactly a 1 by. So, should I go over what's happening here? This is the end of our item filter, right? It just puts dirt into the shulker box once it gets placed here. This is where we put in our shulkers. That goes into here. Comparator detects if there's a shulker box into here. Gives us a short pulse. Placing the shulker box, it fills up. This comparator reads how much is in that. Takes 16 minus whatever the signal over here is, which will, once the shulker box is full, turn this signal off, which unlocks the hopper over there. And the signal gets inverted, goes to over here, and activates the piston. And the same signal with a bit of delay also gives a second pulse to over here in case there's another shulker box in it, and that is how it works. That was actually kind of concise. That was hard to figure out though. Anyway, I'm gonna build a few of these now, and well, we still need the item filter, but yeah, I'm gonna try to build several of these now, I guess. So I built 2 of them now. That one is tested, that one is not. I figured out that I can't really have them as close together as I would like them to be. This is the closest I can have them. Anyway, I had a good look at it, and I've realized if I want to put just several of them right next to one another, that will never line up with an item sorter up above. So I gotta figure something out, how to deal with that. I think I have an idea, but for now, I think I want to just start and actually build the item filter. We'll put that above, as I've said, probably somehow in that bit, just stuck into the mountain. Actually, what is up there? I do not have any ender pearls on me. Do I have any in here? No. I do have blocks though, so not a big deal. Uh-huh. That's where I've heard you. Don't punch me up. Don't punch me up. That's what I thought. Okay. Just a little bit of a cave. Yeah, we'll put the item filter basically at this height. And the way to access the item filter will probably be through here. I'm guessing a staircase over there. Maybe something over there. Probably over there. So this can stay our base location for now. We'll also build the item filter. I gotta figure out a good way of how connecting the item filters to the shulker loading thing. But I think the connection will be something that I'll work on in between episodes or in a future episode. I'm not quite sure. We'll have 2 shulker loaders over there. I think I'll put 2 into here. And then maybe 2 more into there. And then for the rest, we just don't have shulker loading, I guess. Maybe we'll figure out a good system of how to connect the 2. We'll have more shulker loading. But yeah, for now, it's item filter time. For which I will need a bunch more hoppers, and I went caving because I was running low on redstone, and I found one of the big iron ore veins, and this is all the loot that I got from that. I broke 2 iron ore with my fortune pick, and I only got 1 each. But yeah, this is all the normal iron ore that I got, and then I got 11 blocks of raw iron. Well, that's some good stuff. I'm gonna put that into a smelter, and we'll have a bunch of iron for quite a while. That's pretty neat. And I got a lot of redstone from my little adventuring trip. It's great having shulker boxes. I tell you that much. That was very successful. Yeah, I thought I'll show you the whole thing. That's why I still touched these, so I can show them to you better. Yeah. So at this point of the program, I tried to figure out how an item builder works and come up with my own design, and I kind of did. But then I wasn't sure about the quantities of items I had to put in there, and I ended up looking at a tutorial on YouTube just to see how many items I'm supposed to put in there, or what good quantities of items are for the filter. And I saw that the design that they used in the tutorial was a little sleeker. It was 1 block shorter, and I just ended up going with that design. So I ended up using the design I saw in the tutorial of Shulkercraft. I'm pretty sure it's not their design. I don't know. It looks like the design I've seen everywhere. But yeah, that's the channel that I basically took this design from. If you want to know how this works, in case you don't already, that's where I went. Anyway, now we got to put some stuff into here. Basically, how this works is we have 4 filter items, and then whatever item you want to filter out, we put up front. So we got stone, then we put cobblestone. This will go down to 41, and then it will stop. Next up, let's go for dirt, and then we'll go for grass, and then let's go for andesite and diorite and granite, which I don't have on me. Okay, let's remember that. Then I have some gravel, which makes sense to have in here. We'll put dripstone, and I guess tough, and oh, never mind, I do have granite. Which one was that? That one? Wow, nailed it. Yeah, so how this will work now is we'll have our items that we want to sort into our chests down below, which I haven't filled in because that's a lot of wood and a lot of hoppers still. And basically, if we now have a random assortment of items up here, like some andesite and some cobblestone, and I have nothing else that we can filter. Let's put some iron ore in there. The cobblestone will end up in the cobblestone chest, and the andesite will end up in the andesite chest, and then the iron ore that doesn't have a place to go will end up back here with all the other stuff that doesn't have a way to go. It's a basic item filter. I can also put a shulker box on top of this hopper, and it will just unload the shulker box for us and sort everything in. I want to build a bit of a mechanism for that. But eventually we got to connect this now down to our shulker loading facility, which we have over here. Again, both of these are working indeed, but the connection between the two will be interesting. If we just connect the two with hoppers, that means before we have any storage that we can just take up there, all the hoppers from this stone chest, well, from this hopper that will be filled with stone, all the way up to the first stone chest up there, all those hoppers will have to fill up with stone first before we can actually have some storage up there that we can just easily grab. So yeah, I gotta work on some stuff for that first. But I think for now I need a bit of a break. That was a lot of redstone for somebody that doesn't do a lot of redstone. Figuring out was fun. The building then, still a little fun, but mainly tedious. And boy, am I cutting out a lot of footage. Ugh, this took me a long time, and I recorded a lot, and I talked a lot, and I accomplished, not so much. But it's a useful thing. Once it's actually set up, it will be awesome to have. Really happy about it. As you can see, the room kind of pokes through over there. We'll have some cool windows. That bit over there is connected to the item filter as well, and we have the staircase that I'll work on, and it will look cool, and it'll work, and that's awesome. So let's pretend I've just come back from a mining expedition, or I've done some digging out up there. And I've deposited, while mining, all my things into a shulker box, like this one, for example. I can now, in order to have all the items be nice and organized and my shulker box be freed up, just put that thing up over here. This is my unloading station that I have so far. It's just a hopper. And one by one, it takes the items out and filters it through. Everything that we don't have a filter for ends up back here. And yeah, it works pretty well. I gotta put some more chests in here. I'm doing it like this, snaking through, because this way the storage compacts itself. It will always put things into the lowest chest. I don't have to check all the chests myself. That will help out with the shulker loading eventually once we get to that. But for now, we'll just let this run and end the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Redstone is fun. I don't do it a lot, but I typically enjoy it whenever I do it. Boy, does it take long though. We'll see what we'll do in the next episode. Probably some building. Pretty confident we'll do some building. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. In just a second after I've done the outro and the end screen pops up, there will be not just the music playing. I've recorded like a little voice thing that explains the end card stuff. And me personally, I'm not like 100% sold on it yet, so if you could give me some feedback, what you think about it, maybe some ways to improve it, that'd be nice. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you check back with me next time. Next episode, video stream, whatever that will be. And until then, see ya. Welcome to the end of the video. YouTube thinks you will enjoy these 2 videos. I'd really appreciate it if you could click the like button, and if you could be so kind to click the subscribe button. We'll meet again in your subscriptions feed. Laters!